Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here, coming at you with another deck profile. This time it's a pretty fun one. FA's. It's a deck I've been messing around with since it came out. It's a cool deck. With the new Shining Star, you now have a monster negate, so it's kind of good if you can get him and Dawn Dragster. You'll have a spell trap negate and a monster effect negate on board fairly easily. It's kind of easy to get into those cards with this version of the deck. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. I do a lot of rogue, budget, even a few meta decks, usually with a budget twist on them. So we will get right into this one. Start off with, play the best normal summon FA monster, which is Hang On Mac. Basically, so all of these first few, they gain attack equal to their level times 300. And then they're unaffected by activated effects from an opponent's monster whose original level / rank is lower than this card's level. And then the main effect for it is each time an FA spell or trap card or effect is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1. And then if it's set level 7 or higher, any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. Whip Crosser is the second best one. He again gains attack equal to his level, and then this one, each time an FA spell, trap, or effect is activated, you increase it by 1, and then if it's level 7 or higher, your opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to the graveyard to activate a card effect. So like no Twin Twisters, but mostly what it's protecting you against is any hand traps. So that one's pretty good. One's not as good, but I still find useful, and it's a good normal summon still. If you don't open up with any one of these, Sonic Meister again gains the attack. He can't be destroyed by battle with an opponent's monster whose level or rank is lower than it. And then if this card is level 7 or higher, it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during the battle phase. So it could potentially hurt your opponent in the battle phase, basically. The best special summon that you have as far as FAs go is Auto Navigator. If it's in your hand or graveyard, you can target one FA monster whose attack is higher than its original level, and then you special summon this, and you decrease that card's gained level, and then this card gains that. So say you have a level 7 Hang On Mac on board, you can then special summon him, and he'll become a level 4. So you can overlay or go into synchros, because it's a tuner as well. So I find it's a really good card. Obviously to have in your hand or graveyard, whichever way. It's a level 1, so you can also get it out by 1 for 1. But also, if this card is normal or special summon, you can add one FA field spell from your deck to your hand. That's another very good effect for it. One that I really like, not quite at 3 though, because it can be, if you open up more than one, it can be bricky. But Dark Dragster, it cannot be normal summoned, and it has to be special summoned by having a level 7 or higher FA. But it can't be another Dark Dragster, is the only problem. Gains attack equal to its level times 300. So it'll come out 2100 attack just right away. And then each time a FA, you increase its FA spell or effect is activated, gains 1, and then once per turn you can target one card in the field, reduce this card's level by 3, and destroy it. So it's just a good, targeting removal for problem cards. And then the last FA that I play is Turbocharger. It's kind of easy to special summon, not necessarily all the FAs, but other cards that we play to special summon. So then you can normal summon this card fairly easily. Gains attack, again, equal to its level times 300. Your opponent's monsters whose original level or rank is lower than this card's level cannot target monsters for attacks except for this one, and your opponent cannot target monsters except this one. So it's a good, if you have this along with some other ones, pretty much your opponent has to target this for everything. And then each time FA, you increase its level by 1, and then if your FA monster battles while you control this level 7 or higher, so it just needs to gain 1, basically, your opponent's monsters cannot activate their effects until the end of the damage step, which doesn't come up too often. You know, it just protects you in the battle phase, basically. So that's it for the FA monsters. Now for like the supporting engine and just other cards we play. 2 Zodiac Thoroughblade. I really like the small little Zodiac engine. Like I said, there's cards you can normal summon by tributing this. It's just a way of getting another level 4 monster on board, or just another monster to then go into synchro plays. It's just too easy. And another reason it's good is because Barrage is going to target one face-up card you control and destroy it, and you want your field spells to be destroyed because you get their search effects off of that, and then you could then, you know, activate another FA spell or trap, and things get crazy if you have Barrage and a field spell. So 2 of those, basically to special summon off of the Barrage. I still play 2 Cockadoodle-Doo. It's really good going first, I mean, or second, it doesn't really matter. You're going to be mostly special summoning it, and then it's just a tuner. It'll either be level 3 or level 4 most of the time. And then 1 Destrudo and 1 Mermare. Going into Yazi, and then Mermare is killer. It's just something else you could do with this deck. You can even go into it without even using a normal summon, and then, you know, forcing your opponent, baiting out stuff. So really, really good. And then just 3 hand traps. Whatever you feel you want to play, but choosing Effect Veiler for this one. So that is it for the monsters. The spells. We play 3 of the best FA field spell. This one increases the levels of all FA monsters on the field by 2, and then during the main, and that's during the main phase or battle phase. Your opponent cannot target FA monsters you control with card effects, and then if this is destroyed by a card effect, you can add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, that's what I was saying. You want this to be destroyed so you can, you know, you'll gain levels and then also get this destroyed, get a search. It's too good. Off-Road Grand Prix, this one's going to increase the levels by 2 during the main phase only. And then when an FA monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. Actually, you can use both of these effects. And if this card is destroyed by a card effect, you can again search and add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand. And then just 1 of the Circuit Grand Prix. This just increases their level during the battle phase only. But again, if it's destroyed, you can add 1 FA card from your deck to your hand. So that's mostly what you want to do with that one. And then almost the best FA card period in the deck is Test Run. It's not a field spell, it's a quick play. But you basically just target 1 FA monster you control, change its paddle position, destroy 1 card on the field, and then during your main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this from your graveyard and target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon an FA from your deck. So just a lot of utility in this card. Really, really good disruption. Just really, really good. And then 1 Terraforming to just search out your field spells. And I showed it earlier, but 3 Zodiac Barrage, absolutely amazing. Like I said, you want to open up this and 1 of the field spells, and you should be golden. 2 Pot of Desires. Basically, you just don't want to banish, you know, all 3 of these. As long as you can get access to 1 of each, you should be okay. You got a lot of search power and stuff. So Pot of Desires just gets you to other stuff that you might need. And then 1 Foolish Burial. That's mostly to just send Auto Navigator, because you can special summon that from the grave. And then the 1 for 1 to special summon the Auto Navigator. So that is it for the main deck. Extra deck, play 1 FA Shining Star. Like I said, So this one, it gains an athlete counter when a FA spell or trap card is activated, and then when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can remove one athlete counter from this card, negate the activation, and destroy it. It just requires 2 machine type monsters, so pretty easy to get into that. And it gains attack equal to the total levels of all the FA monsters this card points to, times 300. So you can get it up to pretty high attack. Barricade board blocker, mostly it's to protect your field spells, because face-up spells you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. But if this is link summoned, you probably know it by now, but you can discard a card, and then you can add one continuous or field spell from your graveyard to your hand. So in this deck in particular, since you're trying to destroy those field spells and get them to the grave, you'll be adding stuff, and then also getting potentially like Auto Navigator to the graveyard. Very good card for this deck. Platinum Gadget, just to potentially, special summon one of your machine monsters from hand. Pretty good. Genius. This link summon card is unaffected by spell or trap effects of other link monsters. That's mostly what you're going to be using for it, and it's a little bit higher attack than these other ones. Just right off the bat, it's got 1800. And then the one link Rebo, because you play actually quite a few level 1s, so sometimes you want to do it. The synchros, we got one Brionac. Sometimes you'll make it. FA Don Dragster, like I said, you potentially, like going first, you would like to make Shining Star GT and Don Dragster just to get 2 easy negates. Yazi for going second. Black Rose Dragon again for going second, just blowing up the board. I play a Stardust Spark Dragon. Again, it kind of protects itself if you make a Black Rose and then him. Just an easy monster to stick on board. Trishula, really good level 9. And the other level 9 we play is Motorhome Transport. You can do some crazy combos with this card. It gains attack equal to its level times 300. And then you can, again, increase this level each time a FA spell or trap or effect is activated. And then if this card is level 11 or higher, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And then if it's level 13 or higher, you can target one FA monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So that's what I was saying. You can do some pretty cool stuff by just special summoning some cards. And then just some generic rank 4s. Bistdweller, Exton Knight, and Baguska. That's about all I've ever found I needed. Potentially like a Tornado Dragon, but it doesn't, spell traps don't hurt you too terribly much. But yeah, that is the deck, guys. It's not too budget. It actually was very budget before the latest talk of the new master rule that's coming out next year, because these barrages, they used to be about $2. Now I believe they're like $7 a piece now. So whereas they used to be cheap, now they're not quite as much. That's honestly the most expensive card that we got in here, so you could cut those if you want to. You don't have to play those. You can play other draw power and whatnot. But yeah, that is the deck, guys. Next profile, I'll try to do like another under 25 deck profile for you, and we will catch you on the next one.